I have been around long enough to realize that poverty is far more complex than I had imagined in my childhood. It goes beyond lacking food or clothing or simply having a place to live. Poverty is as broad as talent that remains untapped and mentors that are hardly around to pull other members of the society up. It is this thought that saw us journey Kiambu County, Kabete, Wangige Township Primary School, where sportsmanship meets life skills, professionalism, and independence. Who are Kabete Cares?
Kabete Cares is a social organization that dates back to 6 years ago when I founded it after realizing that there's a need to address the issues facing the young people, particularly children and the youth in the area, because as you know very well, this region is having a few social problems concerning the young people. With a lot of groups and other issues to do with peer influence, which affected a lot of young people. So I thought instead of complaining like the other lot in the community, I needed to do something that would make a difference and create a niche or a sense of belonging among the young people. So,
my name is Moses Koreba.
Yes.
I'm a veterinary doctor. In Kabete Cares, I'm the head of the department of chess.
Okay, my name's Pithon Kamau Karaoke. I'm a trained coach. I've been trained at Thika.
Basically, in chess, we have an under 14 team and a senior team that is playing in the National League for the second year running. So far, we've been able to play games in Rwanda. And we're hoping that some of our players will make it to the Chess Olympiad later on in the year.
And I think from what the much I've lived in Kabete and the Kabete Cares as an organization, somehow we have changed a lot of people. Like that time we had about 50 players who we are using at that time, although not so regular. Some of them could come at some games, the others could not, because most of them are students. And from them, we realized that we need to nurture a young team. That is the team now I was coaching this afternoon. And we are hoping that they'll go far. I think in terms of football, we somehow are having a progress. We are trying to change the people here through sports, and I'm proud to say that there are so many people, players who used to be drunkards, and these days they are not. So in terms of fighting drugs, I think we have made a point.
Being completely independent from donors, Kabete Cares came up with their own method of raising funds to facilitate their trips abroad and to take part in marathons and football games across the country.
Let's say we want to take the kids to play football somewhere, and what we'll do is we'll sit down and do a budget for that particular activity, and then amongst ourselves, because we have the management team that helps us, most of whom are coaches for different clubs, we come and say, how do we raise this money? At times we would raise money from our own pockets if the budget is not so big, but when we have a big task ahead of us, what we do is we would sit down and involve the kids, because other than teaching them to participate in sports and all that, to polish their skills in sports, we also try to make these children believe in themselves and develop the kind of leadership for the future. So we involve them in the discussions, and we talk.
Apart from sports, Kabete has been involved in environmental conservation activities and charity walks on the weekends, raising funds for international sporting ventures. With the possibility of a promising career in football, athletics, volleyball, and chess notwithstanding, the center has had a personal impact on the lives of the children, improving their way of being as responsible members of the society.
Unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Kevin Ndongo.
Daniel Nganga.
Mimi naitwa Kennedy Dion.
And when you're captain wa Kabete Cares?
Una
miaka ngapi?
15.
Ulijoin Kabete Care siku gani?
208. Kama hapo 208.
Before Kabete Care niambie venye maisha yako ilikuwa.
Ilikuwa kama ya kawaida tu.
Ulikuwa unafanya nini?
Kushinda home. Nilikuja tu nikakuta wakitrain vijana wadogo nika-join.
Imekuwa na impact gani kwa maisha yako?
Imekuwa poa tu. Kama singekuwa kwa team, ningekuwa huko nje tu, nikikula miraa, nikikunywa pombe, kwenye vitu mbaya.
So alafu wazazi wako wanasikiaje that uko hapa?
Poa.
Poa.
With the formation of any organization comes its challenges. Kabete Cares was no exception, as we were told.
We had a lot of challenges because initially we had thought it was just forming an organization and picking a few like-minded people, and then it was going to take off and become a big thing. People, first of all, there was rejection in the society because it was a new idea. Then from there, acceptance came, but with a lot of challenges have come. There's also the issue of finance, because up to now we've never had a donor, so we've had to provide the meager resources that we can afford, and we have had to limit our activities to fit the limited resources we've had. But at least we are carrying on, and a lot of people are showing indication that in future you might get such financial assistance.
Mr. Kinuthia went on to say how political interference in the beginning came as a major loophole to the center, with politicians accusing the founders of using it as a means to gain political affluence with the public. They also had to face the challenge of trying to mold older kids whose perspective in life had already been formed. Changing this at that time seemed impossible. We went on to find out how Kabete Cares found its source of inspiration to form an organization such as this one, despite the country's hard economic times.
I was 5 years old. Started playing chess when I was around 5 years old. I've been playing chess for a very long time, and I have a passion in swimming, I have a passion in baseball, I have a passion in football, volleyball and so forth. So basically I think my love of sports has enticed me to come to Kabete Cares and basically come meet guys who are of the same cause. I think at the end of the day, birds of the same feather flocking together. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it's my love of the sport.
Okay.
Yeah, that has gotten a space for me in Kabete Cares.
Okay, for sure, most of the parents don't know us. It's only the kids who tell them that we are being coached by Coach Python. Like today, I found one of the mothers to one of my boys here, and she was very happy to see me, and she was introduced to me by the young boy, and she gave me the go ahead. Keep them fit, let them learn through you, and if there is any problem, I should be telling you. I think the response has been good.
Coming this far, 7 years of hard work, determination and self-belief, Kabete Cares' future is almost predictable.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say, for football, we have gone a few steps ahead of any other club in the area, because we founded it 3-4 years ago. We have played in the Super League. The Super League is now the district level, and then last month we were promoted to play in the county league, and our dream is to have a club playing at the Premier League from this region, which has never happened in the history of this country. And it will also help these kids we are training here to see where they are going, and also the ones who are gifted can earn a living through the games that they are playing. We are also hoping that in future you have athletics training camps within the area and exploit the potential that is there. We also hope that in the near future we will have our own center, like with sporting facilities, rehab facilities, and maybe a place where people can train in skills. The ones who come and they cannot play professional sports, they also find a place where they can get skills to empower them in future and help them earn a living.
Okay.
We also hope that in future we are going to influence as many kids as possible because our core business is to change the thinking and the perception that nothing good can come from certain regions. We want to make sure that every child, be it from here or even from the entire republic, because we have people working with us from other areas, they have a chance. So we hope to expand to the national level and help as many kids as possible. Yes.
In life, everyone wins and loses sometimes. Sports offers these young men chances to test their capability for resiliency. A commitment in sports will with no doubt facilitate the molding process to become better players in life, improving themselves and spreading the word to the community at large. Kabete Cares is a great example that goes to show where there is hope, there is a future, and an endless realm of possibilities.